You see, the first thing in order to get a man to treat you like a queen is that you have to first see yourself as a queen first. First and foremost. If you don't treat yourself like a queen, if you don't treat yourself with dignity and respect, you're not going to act the part. And you're going to communicate weakness, and people will test you to see whether or not they sense weakness. But if you communicate strength, people will try to test you. But if you maintain your dignity, if you maintain the standard that you have for yourself, people will notice that it's not a game. So this has to be real. So let me show you how to do it. Actually, there's a chapter in the 48 Laws of Power called Be Royal in Your Fashion, and it goes as following. Act like a royal and people will treat you that way. Project dignity and supreme confidence that you're destined for great things. If you demand a high price, people will think you're worth it. You will accrue power and respect. Act like royalty and people will treat you as if you are royal, conferring on your status, respect, and power. The crown creates an aura of power and entitlement that emanates from a king. Create such aura for yourself by acting like you're destined for great things. Your supreme confidence and belief in yourself will radiate power the same way a crown does. Acting like a king to be treated like one, right? This kind of self-confidence is contagious. Others will believe it, and you can ask for and receive what you want. Your belief in yourself will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Children charm adults with this way when they're confidently and happily asking for what they want. And adults enjoy indulging in it. And look, people, you get out of the world what you ask for. And that's why studies show that women get less raises, a big part in their jobs, because they don't ask for the big raises. And men ask for a crazy amount of money. Women, for some reason, maybe society, they're cajoled to ask for little because they're afraid they're not really going to get much. Be sure to act differently. People have expectations for how a king should act, and you must meet them in order to be treated like a king. One of the most important is to act differently. Separate yourself from those around you. One way to separate yourself is to always act with great dignity and regal bearings. Don't confuse this with arrogance, which is a sign of insecurity. Right? Be royal in your own fashion. Ethiopian ruler Haile Selassie came from a noble family, but wasn't expected to ascend to the throne. However, as a young man, his dignity, calmness, and self-confidence gave him a royal bearing that was soon noticed by the king, and he rose in the ranks. Along with developing your inner confidence and strength, here are other things that you guys can do. 1, make over-the-top demands. Demand a high price and stand firm, as Columbus did in requesting funding and prestigious titles. For his explorations, you're signaling your worth, and your superior will respect you even if she turns you down. That respect will pay dividends. So an example could be that you're a woman and your man disrespects you, right? Moments of disrespect are your moments to shine, because then you have the justification to bring out your fangs, to pull out your nails. So he could do something disrespectful and you pull away. You pull away. And then when he comes back and tries to win you over, you raise the price. So it could be that maybe he insulted you and you take that seriously. And you say, nah, I don't want to see you no more because this is how you treated me. This is how you treated me now. This is how you're going to treat me later. And he'll say, no, I promise you I won't do it. And then you say, are you willing to make it up to me? And if he says yes, then you say, you're going to lick my ass. You're going to lick my ass. It's not a metaphor, by the way. Do I shower? I don't know. You find out. You're raising the price. And if he doesn't do it, then that means he's just not willing to pay that price. And that means he just doesn't value you that much. As crazy as it sounds, when somebody's desperate to have you back, you have to understand, when somebody's desperate to have you back, their anxiety raises how much you're worth. If they don't do it, then that means they don't think you're worthy because they don't feel that anxiety. You make an over-the-top demand. And when he comes back, the next time he tries to leave or disrespect you, he's going to have that sweet taste of ass in his mouth. He's going to rethink about leaving you because there's a price. Elevate yourself by going to the highest ranking person. Other things, give gifts to your superior. This establishes your equality with the person above you. Right? And let me show you another example of this. Christopher Columbus, who was the son of a cheese vendor, adopted an attitude and presence that convinced people he was descended from Italian royalty. When he wanted support for his exploration, he approached the Queen Isabella and other monarchs as if he were one of them. He had no experience whatsoever with the sea, but projected the charm and self-confidence of an entitled aristocrat. And it's kind of funny, I bet none of you guys thought that he wasn't a sea guy. That was his first time exploring. He seemed destined for greatness. He also set a high price, which established his status. Besides ships, equipment, and pays for crews, he wanted the title of Grand Admiral of the Oceanic Sea, the position of viceroy over territory he discovered, and 10% of the proceeds of the land. He got everything but the percentage of the proceeds. Be like Columbus. Confidently ask for the moon, and others would think you're worth it. Act like a king and be treated like one. Be royal in your fashion. And that means that as you go in a relationship with the guy, that means that you don't stop dressing nice. That means that you're consistently making an effort to look nice. And I know it's difficult, people. I get it. But you got to understand, man, in life is not just about getting something. It's also about maintaining it, which is most important. A lot of people want to get somebody, but they don't want to maintain the attraction. It's not easy, people. It takes effort. It takes effort. And if you're complaining why do I have to do all of this, then that just means that you don't think it's worth it. You think you're just gonna get it like you're a queen. No. You have to work on it. Don't show the work that you put into it. Don't show how hard you work, but you have to put effort to make it look effortless. So treat yourself like a queen. Have standards of a queen. There's a guy out there who's willing to pay that price. You want to look for that guy. Most guys are not willing. And you cannot take this as an insult. You have to realize that it takes meeting a lot of people to find your ideal match. It's not an omen against you or your worth. It just takes time. And you have to expect that this will take time. Most guys will not treat you how you want to be treated, and you have to push them away, not tolerate them or try to change them. Don't date men who are narcissistic. They're not going to treat you like a queen. Don't date men who have multiple options. They're not going to treat you like a queen unless it's Will Smith. And tomorrow we're going to talk about, and if you guys want me to make a video, how Jada Pinkett Smith pretty much pussy whipped Will Smith. If you guys want me to make that video, I'll make it for you guys. They won't change. Find someone who from the start treats you well. So don't date men who are narcissistic. Don't date men who have too many options, who every woman wants, right? And the reason why I say don't date them, is because if you focus on not dating them, the ones who will treat you like a queen will notice that you're not trying to date them, and they'll try to get your attention. But also, don't fall for the first guy that you meet. Always be one step behind in terms of showing interest. Always be the one that is more doubtful about being with him. It doesn't mean that you're not going to say yes, but that you're going to think about it. If he says, "Can you be my girlfriend?" you're going to say, "I'm going to think about it." If he asks you, do you guys for other things that you could do? I'm trying to see which one I should bring up. But I remember I was dating this girl that I really liked. And one of the ways to expose whether or not he's the guy for you, when I mean the guy, I mean whether or not he's the guy that's going to treat you like a queen, it's just to be the type of person that responds slow. I'm not kidding. Respond slow. That's what a king will do. Respond slow with your text messages and your calls. Text slow. Respond slow. Take a day sometimes from the start, And when you're with them, don't have your phone on you. Say you don't have your phone on you, right? Or even sometimes be bold and just don't respond. And he'll see you online, especially in the beginning, not later on, in the beginning, right? But then as you progress from time to time, bring it out, right? Maybe you're consistent for a month, and then all of a sudden for like a few days, you go inconsistent. Because that's what kings and queens do, right? So never fully commit. Always be a step behind. Always make him feel like you could leave them at any second, while making them feel like while making them feel like they have you. So you want to create that paradox where they feel like they have you, but at the same time, they don't. Right? So always have something contradict the good things that you do. So if you show him a lot of love, and I recommend you show him love, it's good if you do that, contradict it. Show some coldness from time to time. You got to understand that friction is what makes it happen. Right? Always make him feel like you could leave him at any second. You let him know that. Just say that I'm the type of person that leaves. Tell him stories of times when you dated a guy that you loved and that he disrespected you and that you left him and that it hurt that you left him, but you still did it despite it hurt. Because in his mind, he will say, that could be me. Right? Take times of disrespect as your way to shine. Whenever he disrespects you, that's your time to pull away. That's your justified moment to pull away. So any moments of disrespect, don't complain about it. Say it's my time to shine. Have distance between him and you. Have an obstacle, an enemy. Understand, enemies bring countries together. Obstacles bring couples together. An obstacle could be that you guys are in a long distance relationship. An obstacle could be that you have too much work and you can't talk to him as much. An obstacle could be that you're in med school and you don't have a lot of time to hang out with him. An obstacle could be that, I don't fucking know, the distance. An obstacle could be that you love your job too much. An obstacle could be that you love your job more than you love him and he resents that. He still loves you, but he resents that you love your job more. All of those things are obstacles, are enemies that brings you guys together. Even though it creates a little friction, but that friction creates frustration in the person, and it makes that person chase, if that makes any sense. Right? So those obstacles makes them fight over you because it frustrates them. Make them complain about you and give them what they want. So if this person is not complaining, then you're doing the wrong thing. If he's not complaining about how much you call him, how little you call him, how little you text him, how little you see him, then you're doing the wrong thing. You want him from time to time to complain about you, about what you guys, about you not calling as much, you not texting. But when he complains, don't and say, okay, I'm gonna fix it. Don't go back, don't go back to, don't repeat the behavior, fix it until he fucks up, until he starts acting distant. And then all of a sudden you bring it back, right? And that's how you make him treat you like a queen. You demand to be treated like a queen through the behavior that you tolerate and the behavior you don't tolerate. If he's disrespectful, you leave. You don't force people to treat you like a queen. You just observe if he's the type of guy that will treat you like it and bring him in your life. If you notice he's not the type of guy from the start, you can't change him. Leave. And if you keep doing that, if you leave as soon as possible, as soon as you see that he's the type of guy that will not treat you like the way you want to be treated, you leave. It's like breeding dogs, right? It's like you don't try to, if you have a dog that's aggressive and you want to get more passive dogs, you don't force an aggressive dog to be nice. You just don't let him have kids. And you pick the dog that's nicer and you let him have kids. You see what I'm saying? You don't change the dog. You just don't breed that dog. And you pick the one that's nice. That's how it works. You see what I'm saying? You don't change people. You just leave them and find somebody who's already what you want. And that's how you get a guy to treat you like a queen, man. It all comes down to how you see yourself. And if you don't see yourself as a queen, then the men in your life are not going to treat you like a queen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy
to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life. This is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces. One is 8, 19, and one is 14, 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man, Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.